Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode here on the Nerdcraft server. It is me, Frost, and today we're gonna deal with a problem. What kind of problem, you ask? Well, this problem. This empty tower that I have here that is just devoid of all life. For too long have I lived like a hippie in the woods, except without the woods and without the hippiness. Too long have I lived in the squalor of homelessness. No, today we move in. Today we build an interior for my tower. Now, I have been doing a bit more research between episodes, sort of looking about what interiors of towers look like, and a lot of them do have tatami mats. I think I mentioned this before in a previous episode. But there are some wooden interiors, and I'm going to go with that sort of vibe. Now, one of the main features they have is a staircase that seems to go up one side continuously, leading to each floor. And that is something I think I'm going to keep with as well. Now, I have to be very careful in the way I do it because each floor goes in by a block or two as you go up. So I've got to be extra careful as I am moving about. And I also have to decide what each floor of the tower is going to be. Now, obviously, this bottom floor, being the biggest, is going to house my storage system. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a redstone storage system or not, but at this point in the game, I'm cool with a manual one. But I may be swayed. The second floor, undecided. Third floor, I'm thinking is bedroom. And the fourth floor, being the smallest, I think would be perfect for an enchanting station. But I don't know. We shall see. Of course, to build this interior, I'm going to need resources. And luckily, I went and deforested a swamp and most of a birch forest / oak forest to get this oak loggage, which will be the interior flooring, which, you know, we've gone with it already, and I think it's a good contrast. Now, I think we're also going to use not dark oak, but spruce accents interior-wise, because it's the coloration we've already gone with, and I think it will just suit the tower in general. Other things we might include are maybe some more of the smooth sandstone. I'm not really sure about anything in here, but anything else that I think of along the way, I will be sure to go gather enough of so that we have plenty to go around. But first things first, let's build up each individual floor so that, you know, we can actually design this stuff. So I'm going to build the staircase that goes all the way up. Give me about, I don't know how long, maybe an hour? So there's been a bit of a change of plans. As you can tell, there is now a central pillar running from the bottom of my tower to the top of my tower. And that is because I thought back to my days of my youth, and I remember playing Pokemon Gold and Silver and going, this tower reminds me of Sprout Tower. Oh wait, but it totally does. So I figured I'd put my own Sprout Tower pillar right up the middle. Of course, this one doesn't sway, but I think it'll actually serve as a solid foundation for the entire build, and I can snake my stairway going up the entirety of it. And I think it'll look really, really cool, so hopefully you all agree. Anyway, let me continue on putting in the floors and the stairway. So the interior is complete-ish. I mean, the floors are in. It's looking a bit bland, though, but that is something we're going to have to spruce up ourselves, of course. But as you can tell, we can go all the way up the tower, and I'm liking the feel of it. I mean, it's not exactly the Sprout Tower that I know and love from my past, but I mean, it's doing a pretty good job of being useful, in my opinion anyway. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the pillar on this floor or not yet, just because there's barely any room on here as it is, but yet to decide that. In the meantime, though, I think it's time we start filling things in and detailing the staircase at least, because I don't know about you, this doesn't look very solid to me. So I'm going to figure out something to put under here, and I'm thinking about switching out these solid blocks as well for maybe slabs or something else. I haven't quite decided yet, but give me a moment and I will have at least worked something out. So the stairs have gotten a facelift. They definitely look a lot better and a lot more supported. I did use spruce. I think the three colors, the dark oak, the spruce, and the oak, work really well together. The only thing I'm toying with is maybe at this point putting in something like this. Make it look a little more sturdy. However, I don't really want to do that up here. So I'm kind of mixed about it, and I think it looked better without it. As odd as it's going to be. Yeah, I think it just looks better without it. It's going to be a little awkward at first, but overall, I'm really happy with how the stairs look. Now I just got to repeat it on the rest of the stairs. Not only have I finished all the staircases going up and down, which is the same staircase, I have also put in these fences at the entrances to each floor so that when you are going down or up, you will not just accidentally, fall off here. I tried putting them here in this sort of area, and it just didn't look right. And again, going back to I'd rather not cut off more space than I already have, I kind of decided against doing more. However, I could be convinced if I saw it looking good, but I don't want to invest the resources into all the fences that it would require just to test it out. But if you guys in a creative world or something test it out and send it to me, I would be more than happy to take a look at it. And if it really does look better, I would definitely institute it. That being said, our staircase is done. Now we have to finish off the floors. So, as I said, this is going to be the storage floor, then some other floor, then the floor above will be bedroom or enchanting, and then the final floor will be the other besides the bedroom or the enchanting room. Whichever one I didn't choose before. But anyway, let's get on with it and do some decorating. Also, these torches gotta go. I got a little carried away, and I might have completed the first floor and not worked at all on the other floors because, what's a base without storage? But as you can see, I forewent chests and decided to go with barrels. And no, I don't think I'll be putting a redstone storage system in, as cool as that would be, just because I didn't really know if it would fit, both aesthetically and also, space-wise. So I went with barrels. Barrels work out all right. They don't look amazing, but they don't look terrible either. And that is the entire point of it. So I have item frames, and I think I'm going to store things in groups. So, say, let's call this one the oak frame. So anything oak related would go in these barrels. Then we'd have, spruce, dark oak, you name it, it would be in this area. And I want to group things all together by their type. So like wood in one section, stones, that sort of thing. And that's how I'm going to do this storage floor. And I hope it works out all right. But anyway, let me just sort of get a cursory setup here with my storage system. And then we can move on to floor 2. You never know how much stuff you've got until you move it all. That's always been said, and it can really be true, especially in Minecraft. But as you can all see, I have moved everything over and marked most things. There are some empty spots, especially in this area, that area. But those will be filled eventually as I get more stuff, more resources. But yeah, this floor is pretty much done. I've put an anvil, crafting table, and an ender chest in each corner just to have access no matter where I am in the room. The second floor, though, I don't want to talk about it. I just kind of plunked my bed down here, and it's still just the same as it was before. So let me get cracking on that, and I will join up with you guys as soon as I have formulated a plan for the second floor. As promised, I have gone through and done some work on the interior of the other floors, and I have put down signs for what I'm going to do on each floor. So the second floor is actually going to end up being our enchanting room and our small smeltery just to smelt some things. I've got plans for a bigger super smelter at another date and another place. Up on the third floor, we're looking at like a rearming station. So if I die and I lose my stuff, I can jump in, get rearmed, and maybe some other stuff, of which, it'll come up and then I'll be like, I need one of those in my base. And then finally, the top floor doesn't have a sign, but it has a bed. So the top floor is going to be the bedroom, and I think I'm just going to store miscellaneous things and, other bedroom essentials up here. So now to finish the interiors and sort of get those things in place. So give me just a little while and I will be putting those things in and bringing you all back in. As promised, everybody, I have completed the second floor. We have our wonderful enchanting setup over here, complete with enough bookshelves to make level 30. We have a little sort of storage kitchenette thing here for the enchanting setup and the brewing setup. I can't believe I forgot that earlier. I don't know how I didn't remember brewing, but now I've got 6 brewing stands ready to go for all my potionating needs. Over here we have a smeltery, and over here we have a cookery. And of course we have a kitchenette here for the actual kitchen area, I guess. And complete with some sinks and whatnot. Now these barrels here and here, this barrel actually is for the output. So anything I put in here and it'll get cooked up and it'll put right in this barrel. Same with these. The furnaces will also have, hoppers right underneath there that lead right into that barrel. And I'm going to plan on storing bottles here, potion supplies, enchanting supplies here. As you can see, I've already put my lapis and books up here. But I might have run out of iron. Like, I have maybe 3 pieces left. Sorry, I overestimated. I have 2 pieces of iron left. And that's a problem. I'm going to need more iron. So I think I'm going to go mining for an hour to see how much, not diamonds, not lapis, not redstone, not emeralds, how much iron can I get in the hour. So let's go ahead and roll a mining time lapse, and I want you all to guess in the comments below how many iron blocks, ingots, whatever you want, you think I'm going to get in this hour. Let's go! And we're back from mining, or should I say mine-sploring, because I ended up coming out here to the mesa, remember this little hut? I love this little hut. And decided to go explore that way in the mesa rather than that way, which is the way we went before. And found a bunch of abandoned mine shafts that led to a bunch of ravines, and I ended up getting way more gold than iron, but still... Oh, yeah, look at all those resources. This will keep us, going for a while. This stuff ignore because I forgot to clean up my inventory like a derp. And we also got some of this stuff while exploring. Only found 2 minecart chests, but that's all right. Sorry, I found 3. I guess I didn't pick up the minecart. But anyway, a bunch of good stuff. A name tag, always good to have on hand. A saddle, more supplies for our shop. I mean, sharpness 1, but, I can use that on the grindstone disenchanted. Good amount of stuff, including 2 iron ingots, which I was pretty happy about. So let's clean this stuff up and head back to base via the nether, because I don't have enough rockets to fly. I have come back outside to the site of our old hovel, and I'm going to make a pillar out of all of the ores that need to be broken down and break it with our fortune pick. So give me a second, I'm going to pillar up and break it down. I mean, I'd say that was a pretty successful breakdown. I mean, fully repaired our gear too. And Yeah, lots of coal, lots of lapis, lots of redstone. Sweet. Let's go break in that smelter upstairs, huh? Yeah. I should say this is probably not the most efficient. Actually, I can guarantee you it's not the most efficient way of doing things. However, it's what I've got for right now, and until I build that super smelter I've been wanting, it will have to do. So let me smelt down all our materials here, and I will get back to you after that. The smelting is done, and the results are in. Boom! We have a full stack of gold blocks plus a bit, and we got 39 iron blocks. This is fantastic. I mean, that's my total wealth in iron and gold, not what I just got from this past mining, but I mean, a stack of gold blocks is nothing to sneeze at. I'm glad I have it. From what I understand, 1.16 is going to use a lot of gold, so good to have that on hand. And as for the iron, I don't expect it to last too long, because I have other floors to do, and they require lanterns, and lanterns are stupidly expensive, so I'm thinking that maybe an iron farm is in our future. But until that point, let's continue on with decorating the other floors. Y'all, I have been busy. I have designed the third floor. As you can see, I put a map of our entire island here. That is the sugarcane farm. Those are our temporary farms. That is the tower with the llama pen. And, of course, our bone room. And over here is just a desk because, I mean, frankly, this floor is a bit empty. If you have any ideas of what I should put on the third floor, leave them down in the comments. I would love to see them, and I may even implement them if I think they're great. And finally, we have the bedroom. So I've got an armor stand for when I get an extra set of armor. Unfortunately, this is the only armor I have right now. I've got a nice large bed, including 2 bedside tables, you know, what you need. This is where my planning notebook will go when I find a chicken and get a feather from it. Because I think it would be a great thing to be able to write down ideas that I have in Minecraft and check them in Minecraft. Crazy, I know. And finally, I put on display all the buried treasure maps that we have found and gathered its booty. So I thought it's just nice keepsakes to put out here. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this build has turned out. Just 100%. All the floors look great. I mean, the third floor needs work, but it still looks pretty good. I'm in love with the second floor, and I love our storage system. I'm just so over the moon with how it's turned out, and I'm glad I finally, got down to do it. There's just one more thing. This scaffolding, it doesn't really make for an easy entrance. So I think it's time I finally put in the front stairs. Yeah, let's do it. So as you can tell, I have put in that stairway, and a little bit of terraforming has been done just so that I can, land on something to use the stairway. But overall, I'd say that it turned out really well, and I look forward to terraforming in the future. But unfortunately, that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this episode, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It gives me so much support, and I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great rest of whatever time of day it is. See ya!